Welcome to this episode of Fanservice. We're back with you guys again for another fun week of a geek field trip into the world of pop culture. I'm one of your hosts, Gavin Stone, joined by Stevie McGee here, who apparently is...
Hello, I am Jeffrey Lord, everyone.
Or Ace Ventura, apparently. And
I'm Pocky D. I'm the video trailer that has nothing to do with gameplay.
So we're missing Harley today because she had an emergency right before the show went out, so everyone, Harley, you better.
Yes.
But we're going to have a little fun day because we're going to talk about all things E3. Which,
I call it the best of 2018 because it's a lot of promises.
yeah, it's a lot of big promises. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of jump right into this because I expect Pocky and I to be arguing a lot. We were arguing a lot before the show.
It was
Jeffrey's just kind of here because he kind of watched the Nintendo. His assignment was Nintendo, the easiest possible one to do.
I watched trailers.
To be fair,
I was told
Jeffrey
to watch trailers.
Jeffrey was like, "What's E3?" We had to explain a little E3.
I didn't know what E3 was.
And you're like, you knew what it was, you just didn't know what its name was.
Yeah, that.
So anyone before, like, he's not a real geek. No, he knew what it was. He just didn't know its name.
I had to teach him how to use an Xbox
because he also likes the Wii. So
I'm still learning, guys.
Of course, he likes the Wii. The Wii.
The Wii. Do it. Do the Wii.
So now that we're killing the show, we should kill the show. So we should call an ambulance. Wii U.
All right.
I've had way too much sweet in that today.
So we're gonna kick things off with how it kicked off was with Xbox.
Xbox.
I was in charge of Xbox.
Actually, to be fair, it kicked off on Saturday with EA, but we're talking about the main three.
Oh snap!
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Don't ever glitter snap in my direction again.
I'll pull out glitter in my pocket next time I do
He's gonna
this.
just glitter stuff.
So,
I'll be like, bam, bam.
Microsoft decided to remember that this year was E3.
Xbox has had a rough time at E3 for the past few years since they announced the Xbox One because they were doing everything that wasn't gaming, and I get what they were trying to do, but they had to abandon that because PlayStation came and said, "Hey, we're just gonna play games."
Whoa.
So every year Microsoft has been gaining back its ground, and
this was the year they did it.
This is the year Xbox said this is the future of gaming, and let me tell you why. Because for those that watch this event, they're introducing a trio of systems so you can play how you want to play, either high definition super system or just regular high definition system or just the regular system. Everything Microsoft does is going to be playable on either systems, including Xbox games. The original freaking Xbox.
Yes.
Any Xbox game library, as soon as they're ready to go, you can play on any system. They're creating a brand new structure of gaming where you don't have to lose anything, and they, when one fell swoop, revitalized the resale market. GameStop isn't worried anymore. All these local game resellers that have got shelves of games no one's buying because no one has the old systems anymore are now going to have new blood left in.
Wait, GameStop still sells the original Xbox games?
They do,
Yeah.
but they're always on clearance. But now
I never see them.
there's going to be a whole new market. Plus, the sneaky people that were watching real close on the Minecraft trailer, they're improving Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
They're creating a unified world of Minecraft with cross-platform play with Nintendo. Of all freaking people, Nintendo. And that's also for Rocket League. You can cross-play with Nintendo. The biggest place of screw you, we are ourselves, are now coming into the cross-platform play world that PlayStation doesn't want to do. And we're going to get into that later because they had a really dumb reason for not doing this.
And it's really great because we actually covered a piece a while back about how Nintendo's starting to go down.
And now they're on their way
It's
up.
like, wow.
Well,
And
we
so
Very
not
interesting to
only
see the transition.
did they come out, and of course they did the stupid thing of showing a car that nobody in the audience is going to be able to buy or drive outside of a video game. But they brought a solid state of games, a solid state of things, because they're about first-party exclusives, not third-party exclusives.
Yeah.
And they're about, this is a gaming system, let's all play together.
Right.
That is what they're about. And I'm sorry, the Xbox One S made everything look beautiful. I had a friend walk into the house during the Forza thing. She goes, "You watching a racing movie?" No. Because they not only did they broadcast in stereo, they broadcast in 4K the entire thing. So at my house, I'm seeing exactly what I'm supposed to be seeing, and people thought that was a real-life movie. I'm excited. I can't pre-order it because FCC hasn't approved it, so I'm already on the list. I will have it in my house come November.
I like the fact that Xbox One X's initials is Xbox.
Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
It really is. Xbox
It is.
One X.
But
yeah.
that was their. You get the Xbox One or the Xbox One S, which is slimmer with the 4K, or the Xbox One X, which is a powerhouse of it's almost a gaming computer, and it's even smaller than the other ones, which I don't even fathom.
Right.
It's very interesting how technology keeps wanting to go smaller and smaller.
And they showed off what we should really talk about is what everyone wants to know. What about the trailers? All about trailers.
They brought out Crackdown 3, which looks amazing because I love Crackdown. They actually dated Cuphead.
Yes.
After 5 years, we get a date for Cuphead. I was like, please don't.
What is Cuphead?
I
did not.
It's a retro animated style game, like the classic Mickey cartoons.
Yeah.
Where you're playing a hero who has a Cuphead, and everything is literally hand drawn. It's not sprites. So you play it's like playing Dragon's Lair, the cartoon one, but in retro cartoon world.
So you know the old Betty Boop cartoons?
Yeah.
That's the world thing.
It's
He
what it
made a
looks
deal
like.
with the devil. Now he's going to get his soul back, and the devil says,
Yeah.
hey, you're going to defeat these bad guys, I'll give you your soul back.
I am so down for this.
By the way, there's another game we'll talk about later that we actually had an honor to play years before.
Yes. And so I thought it was really funny because they showed everything on the One X, and everything was beautiful. There's the last day where it's like a 3D pixelated world.
Yes.
Looks amazing. State of Decay 2. I
Yes.
love the first game. I can't wait. I was more excited for those games than anything else except for Beyond Good and Evil 2 because that literally blew my mind.
We'll talk about that later.
But I thought they really, really brought it. And what I always get astounded at is Reuters, one of the big companies, does a poll every year after E3, and they say,
Yeah.
okay, the game fans and the gamers, we're going to poll them. So if you look at the industries, there's like, PlayStation won it because they're just going to call it in. But the gamers said
for some
Nintendo, 55% said they brought it. Then it was like 38% Xbox. Then it was like Ubisoft, and then PlayStation was down the list. Which we're going to get to that in a second. But
Very
I was
interesting.
really
Wow.
happy to see an engaged audience. And when he said your original Xbox games are now going to be backwards compatible starting Crimson Skies, they all lost her. And you don't want to downplay the backwards compatibility because that makes your game library that much bigger. And there's a lot of old games. Like, I'm waiting for Sonic Generations to finally get the approval because I love it. But there's a lot of old games that people love. We will get to play Time Splitters 2. And if you watch
Take
this
a shot, he
show,
said Time Splitters.
you know Space Channel 5 and Time Splitters. That's my crap. Like,
He's been
That's his
non-stop
jam.
talking about this. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
like I will be able to play Time Splitters 2 again, and that alone is
Take
worth
another
the price
shot.
of admission.
Yeah.
Plus, they're all going to be updated to look better.
Yes.
So they're going to run better, they're going to look better, and I'm so freaking excited because it was so much fun to see them, especially when I saw the Nintendo Switch and Minecraft, which says cross-platform play. I was like, that can't be real. Then they said, yes, play with people on Nintendo. It's one world, one server. It's not different versions. So I can play with you on PC. I can play with you on Switch. I can play with you on, mobile phones. Whatever version, we're all going to be on the same one, which means we're going to go back to creating the most ultimate worlds.
Yes.
You have no idea because Minecraft is ridiculously fun. Although I will admit, it was a little weird when the Ultra 4K texture pack where you're still cubes, but the world really isn't. It looked a little weird, but I kind of like it.
A lot of those things, and I have to say this, and because I want to give total props. A lot of those are the most famous mods. People get like the ultra detailed effects. So they're kind of doing like what I would say Blizzard does, which is they get the most popular mods and they go, okay, this is now ours. They of course they get permission and they give out a lot of props and money, but those are the most downloaded packs. And yeah, those are awesome. The fact that now fans have made such a difference to that game that basically. You can call it Minecraft 2.0. It's not even Minecraft anymore. That is like Minecraft 2.0.
2.0. And the other thing that made me excited was they had such a variety of things that appeal to all gamers. I'm really mad that they canceled Scalebound, but they brought out some JRPG games this year.
Which
Like,
I'm
they're
really
really
looking forward to.
doing this whole ecosystem, and they're trying to break down these gamer walls so everyone just plays games together. And I don't think they would have gotten this way had they not messed up their first E3 so bad. So everything happens for a reason in this ecosystem. That's the way I'm looking at it.
I also noticed that this is the first year they were first out of the three. Because last year or 2 years ago, it was Sony first, then Microsoft. And then it went to Microsoft being first, and that was the year they messed up. And then this year they're first again, and this is the year they went, oh yeah, we're at E3. We're not at San Diego Comic-Con. Because that's what it feels like the difference between me is. It felt like, and I'm going to get into this later, particularly with some of the other companies, it felt like they were at San Diego Comic-Con and they have an E3 folder and a San Diego Comic-Con folder, and they switched them. Because this felt like E3. Like Microsoft did E3.
Although I don't understand, let's bring out the brand new portion and see before that you can play in the game. Like, racing is fun for me if it's Mario Kart. I used to love Gran Turismo, but it's run its course.
I have to say this. I have some friends who are at work because I work at a parts place that are total gearheads. Yeah, they were like, okay, how do I play that game? Because they were like, oh my god, they were all for it because it's the new Porsche and they want it.
Plus, the other fun thing is if you watch their streams, they constantly give you free stuff. I got 2 free games, a Minecraft downloads, things I'm not going to use for games, like you get the Warthog in one of the Forza games. So I just got it all just for watching the stream. Like, it was amazing, and it was beautiful to watch, and I was so excited because I was excited by the Xbox One. Yeah, they messed up a lot, and I was kind of disappointed, but I was excited about gaming again, and it has kept me constantly excited about gaming because let's go ahead and talk about the new BioWare game.
Oh,
Anthem.
man.
Okay, I was gonna say
Anthem.
this for Anthem.
No, let's do it right now
because it was both in EA and it was in Microsoft. Microsoft got the gameplay footage. EA got the trailer. Anthem is, so I call it, is BioWare going, you know that Destiny game?
We can do that.
Let's try it our way.
So here's why I'm so excited for it, because EA, well, Destiny made an holy alliance with PlayStation, and since they can't run Destiny 2 at 60 frames per second full HD on the Pro, they're locking it on console. So we could have gotten a much better version.
Yes.
Whereas BioWare's saying, hey, look at how amazing this is on the Xbox One X, and it's still amazing on these other ones, but it's that much better simply because of the processing power and the way that it projects the games. It was, oh my god, my eyes were bleeding out of my head. I was like, I want this game.
It was
Okay, I want
It was
to.
breathtaking watching the whole.
So my
entire
cell
trailer.
phone, I want to let people know this. My cell phone is missing 1/4 of its screen. Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
And I was showing. We saw the trailer show came up on Sunday.
Yeah.
And we were watching it at Raising Cane's Chicken on my phone. 5 of us going, "Oh my god, that is so!" Even on his cell phone,
It
looks
It is
amazing.
breathtaking.
And it's not even. Let's not even just go with the looks. It's got also the fact that there's a player that says, "Hey, did you just? Is that a mortar?" He's got a mortar on his back, a big cannon, and like you can look at someone and go, "Oh, you're a Blake type class character, and you've got this awesome weapon." You can look at someone and know what they're wearing and tell what they're doing.
You could do that in Destiny 2, but here's the
Yeah,
problem.
well, Destiny
I
was the
don't
weapon.
want them to oversell, because I feel right now we're all excited for the potentials, but the reality may be it's going to be more along the lines of the limitations of Destiny, since it's going to be a new launch, and it'll grow. Like, I love the fact that weather changes environments. I love its drop in, drop out play. But if they're going to limit it to 3 people, I can't tell you how many times in Destiny we've wanted more people. I think they did what,
No.
5 in a squad?
5.
Yeah, they have 5.
Yeah, so at the end they had 5, but is that whole game wise? Like, I don't want to get. I'm going to get it no matter what, because I love BioWare and I love Destiny. Like, I live and breathe Destiny almost as much as Plants vs Zombies. But it's going to be fun. So I would be torn between the two because I already have Destiny 2 pre-ordered, and I'm going to be in that. And this is going to be another fun game. But Destiny 2, I mean, Destiny is so polished as a game, as a shooter game. It makes me better at other games. Like, I'm infinitely better at other games just because of how good I am at Destiny.
I think right now a lot of the hype and a lot of the, I would say, artificial hype is because of players. Because we're looking at like the fact that you can go underwater and still fly and like shoot bad guys underwater and they can be shooting at you. I think a lot of it is coming from people looking at the stuff and analyzing it. That's where the overhype is coming from. Because if you actually listen to what the trailer says, he's like, we have an open world environment. The weather will change a thing. You can look at a thing and you can know if you can or cannot beat it. And we have also instances that are littered through the environment. All you have to do is enter the cave. And we also have environmental instances where things will blow up.
But are they procedurally generated, or are they going to be standard like all these other games? See, that's what the biggest thing that's lacking in these games is if they were to procedurally generate a dungeon that you can infinitely replay
over and over and over. Is it going to be random every time?
But and that's the thing they haven't said, and I think that they're just leaving it enough because we still have Tokyo Game Show going down later, and we have all the packs going down, and
we have the behemoth of Destiny 2 in like 2 months.
So I think they're holding back information because they don't also, because right now they're also having the biggest stigma, which is this is Destiny but done prettier or bigger.
I didn't have that feeling. I know they want to call it the Destiny Killer, but
I don't think they want to call it Destiny Killer.
The problem that they don't want to oversell right now is because they're just coming off Mass Effect Andromeda.
Right.
Which I had lots of fun with. I love Mass Effect, but at the end of the day, they got a lot of flack for that. I don't think they want to go forward and overpromise things. I think they want to do just enough and then let you explore the rest.
I think with all the content that they did show during E3, I think they did a fabulous job, and I'm really
gonna play it with me.
Yes, I will come play with you.
On the Master Race Xbox.
Or play whatever you want to play with, whatever. But here's my thing about it. The thing I love the most is because you're a person in a suit. If you look at one of the pieces of the trailer, he has all the suits. You don't have to be like, oh, I only can play this. It's like, no. Oh, let me switch characters. No, let me go jump in my another mecha power that makes Tony Stark wish he had this.
Exactly.
Because one of them looked like he had claws for hands.
Rawr.
I know, it's gonna be fun.
What was that?
Rawr.
So yes,
Rawr.
Xbox definitely brought it in most people's opinion, it came in second to Nintendo. So let's go ahead and start on Nintendo right now.
No, let's do it in order.
Oh.
Oh, PlayStation.
We gotta do it.
Okay, here's PlayStation's conference.
Here's PlayStation's. PlayStation was the second most disappointing thing for me.
You want to know how much of an ego PlayStation had? If you didn't watch it, their founder was on for like 5 minutes, and it was just nonstop game trailers. You couldn't really tell what was what. It was just keep going. They had little effects on the side. Like the presentation was okay, but they were like, screw it, just games. But most of the games are for stuff for next year. So it's like
it's not even stuff for next year. And like I said, this is the second most disappointing panel for me. You wait till I follow you what the first was. And no, it's not Nintendo. By the way, before you would get
Nintendo brought it.
Nintendo brought it. But
Nintendo
no,
won last week.
well,
What?
no, actually, I want to say Microsoft won this week. I'm going to say that because
Okay, going back to PlayStation. We
But-
didn't
but
talk
here's-
about Xbox
yeah.
already.
but PlayStation, this remember I said it felt like they had a folder for San Diego Comic-Con and they have a folder for E3 and then somehow they switched them.
Yeah.
This is what it felt like. This felt like the panel they should do at San Diego Comic-Con when everyone's talking about Game of Thrones Season 8 or, the reunion cast of Breaking Bad or whatever it is.
I think it's also their ego at this point in time. Let me tell you why. Do you know why their excuse for not allowing cross-platform play with Minecraft is? Because this is the gateway to start cross-platform play. They have to protect the children on their network.
And
Because mostly
Nintendo.
children play Minecraft. And Nintendo's like, well, look at us, we're
yeah,
doing
yeah.
this. And Microsoft, do you think we would allow something bad to happen? No, they got to protect the children because that's all that play video games apparently.
No. What they don't want is they don't want is the PlayStation incident with hacking they had last. Remember what
It's
was
going to
it?
happen.
Right.
But it's
my-
not like they're joining into like some pervy chat room with like dirty old men. It's the same people they're talking to on PlayStation that's going to be on cross-platform. They're going to trash talk. You're going to get 10-year-olds going, I'm going to screw you, mama. You know?
Oh my gosh, I was
an
playing on Plants vs. Zombies the other day, or the other night, and all I hear was these little kids like talking crap the whole time. I'm like, this is why I have my mic muted. Oh my god.
But this was the lamest excuse because
It was a very...
Nintendo, the king of secrecy and privacy, and you're not in our world, is saying, yeah, let's do this. And PlayStation, oh well, we got to think about the kids.
And Microsoft, the kings of we can't tell you what's in our processors. Yes. No, I think the other it's skipping just even the cross.
They released their entire list. And you can
No.
see exactly
But what I'm
it
talking
is.
about, like when their operating systems and stuff back in the day, when they were
back in today.
Welcome to Geek vs. Geek, everyone!
Right.
I'm your host, Jeffrey!
But what I'm
So
saying is-
that's their excuse, and this is why I think PlayStation's ego has now stepped into the way. They were like, okay, all you care about is games? No. They brought no innovation to the table. They brought nothing new to the table. They brought things... Oh, I thought Shadow Colossus was kind of a surprise. But they didn't really bring anything spectacularly that people weren't like... already
10
expecting.
seconds.
I think they also. I think they're right about the ego parties, but I think it was more the ego that they thought they could just walk in and say whatever they wanted. The fact that it was DLC, re-releases, and 2 games that were new. That was it.
Like, I'm sorry, State of Decay looks way more fun than that zombie game they have going on.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Days
the
Gone,
exact same Days Gone or something.
Days Gone.
Looks-
It's a single player. It looks like visually it reminds me of Hell on Wheels.
Yeah.
That 1% game that nobody considered the worst game ever. But there's nothing there that made me want to play it. There were only 2 game trailers that made me want to play their games, and that was Spider-Man, because that actually it felt like to me like
The original Spider-Man game.
well no I was gonna say like Arkham, the old Arkham games,
Okay.
because you could do it if you didn't see it. You could he swings off walls and he can target and he can lock. He even grabs one of the side of the a wrecking ball and pulls it and hits one guy and completely KOs him. And
what was your second trailer?
the second trailer for me was
It better be what I'm thinking.
what is it for you?
Monster Hunter Worlds.
Yes.
I was like, I will buy a PlayStation 4 right now, but it's on cross-platform, so I'm gonna go play with my friends on Xbox.
I'm gonna play
There
with
we
my
go.
friends on Steam.
Because I knew it was coming. Because I loved Monster Hunter since the original incarnation.
Yes.
When it was on the PlayStation 2 with the network adapter that you couldn't play with anybody really well. I have loved that game since it came out, and they've relegated to the handheld Game Boy market, which has pissed me off. We are now getting a proper online Monster Hunter, and I was like, please let them cook. And it ends with them cooking, and I was making a little noise, and I was like, yes, I'm excited. And so that sold
That
me
was
in
the
one
two.
thing,
That was it. Those were the two.
right?
And then
It's
everything else
cross-platform.
and then everything else was either a re-release, Shadow of the Colossus, or it's something that's going to be cross-platform, like you said, or it's DLC. I'm really excited about the Zero Dawn,
Yeah.
Zero.
Their stuff looks really good.
But the problem is that shouldn't be an E3 thing. That should be an E3 thing, but that should have been like if you're on the floor,
You
you
really
go
are like the judge between us.
right. And I think it's
For right now, until we get the
Well,
Nintendo,
so
yes.
It was Harley's judge
And
to
Xbox.
watch PlayStation, and she texted me. She goes, "What the hell is this crap?" She loves PlayStation.
Ugh.
They didn't announce anything about Kingdom Hearts because what are they going to possibly announce? Because
but the problem is they already announced it.
they
And-
need to announce a release date already. It's been like we're going to be old. Like we played that as teenagers.
right.
We're going to be in retirement age by the time Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out because we're going to keep getting remixes of 2.5, 2.6.
Oh yeah,
So
they're
the
announced
Max is gonna
DLC,
release.
and they're also announcing DLC for 1.5 and 2.5.
So it's
Why?
like
1 minute
their
rebuttal.
biggest thing that they could have done is that, and like, who cares about backwards compatibility? Well, a whole bunch of people actually do. Nintendo even understands that. They're trying to
Well,
rush out the virtual
I-
console.
I
And
They wanna do
actually,
it right.
Sony. But the thing is, Sony's already been doing backwards compatibility. They have it. They call PlayStation and PS4,
Yeah, but
and they just need
you
more
have to
games.
stream the games. Whereas
You do.
Xbox and everything, you download them. You own them. You don't have to rebuy
No, I
them.
download.
Yeah.
I download them.
That's all I hear. Anyways, I win! Xbox. So,
Next judging round, my turn.
so,
Okay, I'm the judge now.
so PlayStation overall was a bit of a letdown. Like, I didn't even finish watching it because I was like, I'm done. I've got other things to go do.
Well, I have nothing else to do because literally I spent all the week watching this. So because I was the one who was like, if I'm going to be the guy who's demanding we do an E3 show, I'm going to watch all of it. And
And
I
let me
did.
tell you, their stream sucked because it died all the time.
Whose did you
Yeah.
watch?
Their actual stream.
Oh no, I went to IGN or GameStop.
Yeah, I watched their physical Sony PlayStation stream and it sucked donkey balls. It kept dying. I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I
that's
can
what-
watch a 4K 5.1, actually a 7.1 stereo channel stream at a freaking Xbox with only one small hiccup, but they can't do a regular stream. Are you kidding?
I did on, like I said, I did with IGN and GameSpot, and yeah, it's like, and everyone was saying like it keeps crashing. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm watching this. This is great. It does make me miss G4 TV though.
I know.
I do miss G4 TV.
I think they have some fun ideas in plan, but they're not innovating the way Nintendo and Microsoft are, and they're going to lose this lead, and they're going to lose this ego, and they're going to have to catch up real quick. They're going to have to break down those gamer walls and be like, okay, yeah, gamers are gamers. Let them play whatever they want to play. The reason they don't want to do it is because they want these third-party exclusives.
Right.
So
and
I
think-
can't play Destiny with my brother because he'll have stuff I don't have, so we can't do it together. But if Destiny on the Switch, we can all play together.
This is where it'll be interesting to see what happens next year, which is kind of the theme of this show.
Yeah, everything's about next year. So let's
Yeah.
start with Nintendo.
Yay! Hi!
First and foremost, I'm going to say this. They won hands down, and you've seen me since this
Yes.
show started saying Nintendo will win if they ever announce a real Pokemon game for next gen system. And they did. They couldn't show anything, but they said it is coming. It may be a year away, but you will see it. It's a real RPG Pokemon game. And you argue with me it could be anything. But the Game Boy
Ooh.
version is what they said they were going to port over before the Switch even came out. And now they're saying you are getting a real Pokemon game. They won this console
Well, they said
war,
technically
They did. No,
they
they
call
really-
it Nintendo Core, and they said it will be an RPG,
which is
and
what
then-
the game on the
Sure.
book is. It's going to be that because that's what everyone's wanted for 25 effing years.
True.
And
It
so
will be interesting to see if
they
it's true.
won hands down in that 1/32nd. Oh, and by the way, we are working on an actual Pokemon RPG for the Switch, but it'll be next year before you can see it. Done. I was on
Actually,
Facebook not even
so-
2 seconds afterwards. Done.
So to me, they took second place. You'll
They
understand.
brought-
You'll
yes.
understand when I say who first place is. No,
They-
you'll
Do
understand.
you want to throw it?
They brought it
They brought
because
it.
they brought games that people were excited about.
Yes.
They're targeting actual gamers. Granted, they're going to get some bad ports of Skyrim and stuff, but really,
Yeah,
we
because
got
this is how I want to play
Metroid
Skyrim.
4. You don't have to play like that.
Well, that's how they
That's
were
a
promoting it.
complete option.
Good.
You
Could
get
they
Metroid
explain
4.
that a little
they
bit
got
better?
this. Yes, there's like, anyways, play how you want to play is what the Switch is about. Seriously. They brought Metroid 4. They brought
No,
Kirby,
they said they were
brought
working on
Yoshi.
Metroid.
They brought Mario Odyssey, which looks completely bizarre, but
It
now I
is
want to
very-
play because
I
I was
do.
I was completely
No,
sold out.
the
Is that one
Mario
gonna
game
be-
I want to play is.
Is that one going to be? That's going to be multiplayer, correct? Like
No.
online or anything?
But Mario Rabbids,
Mario Rabbids is the one I want to play because Mario XCOM looks really good.
it does. I
And
made
if
so
you
much
look at
fun
that and
with
you
him and Siddick beforehand,
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about
and
that.
you. We were all on the podcast. I was like, that game is going to be dumb. It's Rabbids. I can't stand Rabbids. Not even kids can stand watching the Rabbids cartoon.
There's a Rabbids cartoon.
Yes.
Okay.
They go like that the whole show.
Jeez.
But this game it actually looks really good. The fact that you get just not Mario, you're actually getting Luigi. You get Peach as playable characters. You get the Rabbit version of them, which is hilarious. The fact that like Rabbit Donkey Kong looks even more just insane.
See, Donkey Kong is my Nintendo character, and I have
Toad.
Mario Kart 8. I've got
Toad.
Zelda. I'm getting Splatoon. I'm ready for the Nintendo resurgence, and they brought it. In 30 minutes, they won by saying, "We're listening. We are back." That's the essential message of Nintendo. We are back in this game. We want you.
No,
Because there's no kids in any of their stuff. Did you notice that? It's all
It's true. There was none.
teenagers and adults. They are
Right.
gearing towards gamers, and you can play however you want to play with those controllers. I have them snatched on. You can play half, which is not very comfortable. To buy things for it. You can play how you want to play, but the thing is
Yep.
they're willing to play the cross-platform mode.
I'm just looking forward to the RPG altogether for the Pokemon game. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm wondering what kind of like starter Pokemon each and every person gets.
Next week, I'm doing a 10 things I expect from this new Pokemon game.
As long as
I
they,
will keel haul the entire 10, and someone will just be up here laughing, but I will give you
I will not be laughing.
expectations.
as long as I get a Ghastly at the as a starter Pokemon,
That's
I'll
never
be
started
happy.
Pokemon.
It
I've
should
not
be.
played Pokemon.
I have.
No, it
but
has
it's-
to be one of the three primaries. It's fire.
So yes, I thought
But-
Nintendo brought it. What are your thoughts?
Can
Since
we
you were
talk-
technically over Nintendo.
Can we talk about Sonic Mania?
Mania.
Thank
I've
you.
had that thing pre-ordered since they announced it with the little
Oh my gosh!
statue
It
and
was the
everything.
first time I actually ever seen something about that, and I just freaked out because my brother. Like, remember back in the early '90s, my brother and I we used to play that so much, and the game would just take forever. I actually attempted to play it the other night, and I was just, like the original Sonic, and I was just like, "Oh my god, my eyes!" And now it's all refurbished. It's
redone levels, new levels.
Wow.
Everything's been so it's Super Sonic, which I love. But then you get Sonic Forces, which genius.
Yes.
Make your own Sonic character.
So
Tell
much
me
gifting.
how many? Yeah,
That-
exactly. Make your own Sonic
If I could
character.
make
in
a
Sonic
character-
Forces.
I'm the kid who likes Tails, so if I can make a character just like Tails, I'll be happy.
You can make whatever character you want.
Yes!
And play that character in the game.
Because their thing
That's
is going to
awesome.
be that the new villain is tri-based. So they're having the classic Sonic, the new Sonic, and you're supposed to be the third, I guess, Sonic type character. And then it's going to switch the gameplay from there.
Which I thought was funny because they were at South by Southwest. I was in their panel and they teased the third option, but he didn't give enough away.
No, he didn't.
And they talked about Sonic Mania, but as soon as they announced that, they announced the collection edition. I've had it on pre-order on Amazon for at least a year now. It's a classic Sonic on a Sega Genesis with gold ring and a cartridge and it makes noises. I'm sold.
Well, yeah, but it's not hard to sell you on Sonic.
No, it's not.
It's not hard to sell
like
anyone
putting a
on
glass of water-
Sonic.
Well, yes, it is.
It's
It's called making a good game, kids.
So I thought, with the Sonic things and everything Nintendo brought, they are officially back in the game. And
They
you're gonna
are.
see
Well,
people
they're-
scrambling to get Switches now because they know Pokemon is coming.
Now here's the good question for Nintendo. You claimed when you released the Switch, you had 200 companies. You had Ubisoft and all
Yeah.
those wonderful third-party companies coming to you. Where are they?
Have you? Well, okay. It's going to take time, but their digital library now is a bunch of different type of games.
It is.
Like
Not different-
I'm gonna no, it's a bunch of different type of companies behind it that did like the new Blaster Master Zero redone, and there's the new Monster World, and there's their classics like the Neo Geo stuff is in there, and they have a whole bunch of stuff that's in there that it's like an indie world.
It is.
It's almost that deep, yeah. But I want to see a Nintendo exclusive from a third-party company who.
Why?
Because then it proves that I'm not dealing with the Wii or the Wii U again, which is I have 900 games made by Nintendo that are nothing more than Mario, Zelda, Mario,
The
Zelda.
problem was the Wii was a horrible system.
Right.
Straight up,
But-
the Wii was a bad system. The Switch is a strong system.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
But when we first had the Wii, everyone was like how great it was. What I'm saying is,
And how
when
many
I-
TVs broke.
right, and when I see the third-party companies start coming and say, "Hey, I have this game for the Nintendo. It's going to be a Nintendo exclusive," then I will officially say Nintendo is back. For right now, I'm getting a lot of Nintendo products from Nintendo. That's awesome.
You know what
Now-
they did announce this week that I was hoping they were going to localize for America because the Nintendo's
Oh yeah,
free.
Xenoblade Chronicles also got announced. That was great.
They announced the
Xenoblade
entire
Chronicles.
Secret of Mana collection, all 3 games, and
Yes.
Phil lost his mind. He's probably gonna have to order it, but it's all in Japanese because it's in Japan right now. We can
Yes.
still play it over here. I was hoping they were gonna announce something like that for over here,
Or Mother 3.
or Mother's, any of that stuff. But I have a feeling those are gonna come later because they focused on big hitting titles.
He did.
Now,
And here we go. We're back in the game. Let's do this. And the
Yeah.
fact that you want to, I can see a third-party game working on there, but it's not as powerful as the other systems.
but that's what
So
I'm saying.
you can't do like Assassin's Creed, the new one, which looks completely dumb, by the way,
Yeah. I have so many problems
on
with that
there
game.
because it wouldn't play the same way,
Right,
simply
and
because
that's-
of the processing power.
And that's
But
why
everything they have does look really good.
right, and that's why I'm saying until I can, because it's the same problem Nintendo has had for the literally last 3 generations.
Pokemon game, you're done.
Okay,
You
I
are
haven't-
done. You're
I'm sorry,
your arguments are
I don't
invalid.
get I'm sorry, I'm not lifting Charmander up and rocking back and forth.
Winner of the Geek Week Dude! Or
So
Geek Week,
You are done.
Geek versus Geek.
I have told you since before you were on this show, if the day Nintendo announces that is the day
It's
I
true.
guarantee you
He,
Wait,
he has said
every
that
single person in
hundreds
this
of
room,
times.
every single person that watches the show, every single person that watches E3 has a Pokemon memory. That is the one game, whether you love it or hate it, you know, and you have tried something out. Either Pokemon Go, or I'm doing the Super Magic Card Jump right now. Don't judge me.
Everyone's
Or
playing that one.
The Game Boy versions that keep coming out and keep coming out, and keep sounding like
but you
wildfires.
still
You are
play
now getting
Nintendo.
something on a next-gen system where it needs to be.
Well,
that
and next
true.
everyone
generation
is going to
system-ish.
play.
Everyone's gonna play it. Especially
Everyone
it's an
is gonna
RPG
play it.
game. It's gonna be online.
I
Multiple people can get on.
guarantee. Well, we don't know yet. This thing will go next
Hopefully
week. The
it's
expectations
online.
of this game.
No, it's
So,
Nintendo, they won't go.
Nintendo for me brought it, but Xbox won.
True.
No,
Yeah.
so
I'm gonna see if the one I think actually won is the one you think actually won because you love this studio.
no, well, okay, so I actually say
We're
that
going into the world of PC and offshoots now.
Okay, so offshoots first, then I'll go to PC because PC the problem was it was literally 30 minutes and all they did was show off a lot of
Okay,
a lot
can I
of
just say
RTS
right
games.
now, Devolver had the best press conference.
Devolver did have the best press
They
conference.
did.
They
Because
made
were
fun of
insane.
every game, like the throw money at the screen skit was brilliant. The chat, whatever you want, social justice thing, change games on the fly because you don't like something, it changes instantly. Brilliant. Like,
Right.
it was so hilarious.
But to me, the company that truly did win, it's almost a tie between EA and Ubisoft, but I give it to Ubisoft.
You can't go to EA because it's all sports with EA.
No,
Yeah.
but no, that was the thing. It wasn't all just EA Sports. But Ubisoft, and we'll go with the winner first. Winner was Ubisoft.
You know why?
Why?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, not even just Beyond Good and Evil 2. We had Beyond Good and Evil 2, and it's like, they even say, we're sorry we took 12 years to make this game. The fact that
I'm
everyone...
in all of you two right now. I'm just saying.
Because it's Beyond Good and Evil 2. We've been promised this game since 2000.
Which is actually a prequel, just so you know.
It's a prequel.
It
It
is.
looks gorgeous. It's awesome. You love that monkey.
I love the monkey!
The monkey is awesome!
There needs to be a t-shirt
I
now.
missed that. I caught it on my afterwards. I was like, ah! And I just kind of stopped.
But
I
like,
can't go as high as you can, Jeffrey.
ah!
I can't even go that high.
So, but like,
Jeffrey,
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
There.
There you go. Sea of Thieves is awesome. Got
And then
Beyond
they tried
Good.
to steal the thunder with Skull and Crossbones.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
Skull and Crossbones actually looks really cool. Me and because Josh, I was like, I saw that trailer and I thought of your brother instantly because I was like, hey Josh, they made a game for you because you
See,
literally play pirates.
The reason I like Skull and Crossbones is it's got more of the supernatural elements that I like.
It does.
I don't
it does.
know if that's in Skull and Crossbones.
No, the
It should be.
Sea of Thieves has the supernatural aspect.
Yeah, Skull and
Skull and
is more
Crossbones
serious.
has krakens in it. Because I don't know
Well,
if that
they are
counts.
sea monsters.
Yeah, there's sea
I
monsters.
want to know how far it goes into the world of the supernatural and paranormal, because I
Yeah.
love pirate lore, like Krakens and undead
Sirens.
pirates. That's why I love Pirates of the Caribbean so much. I freaking love those movies.
But I
Something
love
like
the fact
that. I would be sold on Skull and Crossbones in
Right.
a heartbeat.
there's so much. With Ubisoft, we got the new freaking Dragon Ball Z fighting game.
Yes!
Made by
And
the
that's gonna be a 3
on 3. This
3 on
3 on
3.
3 combat. It's some of the same guys who worked on Guilty Gear. It's using the Unreal Engine. Everything's
They
sprite.
brought it, man.
It looks really,
Really good. It's pretty. I mean, the fact that like when you see like all the destruction, the environment started going more and more
Okay,
destroyed.
who remembers playing the little sprite-based two-dimensional one on, like, I think it was the Saturn or...
Yeah, I remember that. The PlayStation actually had it also.
Yeah, the little two, yeah, like, this is how far back we go. Like, I had Dragon Ball on VHS.
Yeah.
That's how long I followed Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Right. I remember the lawsuit.
Yes.
Oh.
Remember all that stuff. So this came up. Now, Phil was excited because he loves the
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
The ones where
it's-
the time traveler.
Yeah, Xenoverse.
Xenoverse. He loves those.
Yeah.
But we want a fighting game because
Well, it is a fighting game.
Yeah,
This is
that's
a
why we
true,
were so
straight up
excited.
just fighting game.
Trunks
I
will
think
kill
there was
you all.
what?
Trunks will kill you all.
I'm sorry. Maybe not.
Yes.
18 will kill us all.
No. Trunks will kill all
Trunks.
of you. Bitch. Only I can be Trunks.
You
gotta pick
can
somebody
be
else.
Perfect. You can be perfect.
I'll be Piccolo.
Are you a Yoshi?
I forgot we were on my TV for a second.
You're awesome.
I almost called him something else.
So, but I mean, to me, Ubisoft brought so many games that were just, I mean, that because that's what you go to E3 for, is the games.
Exactly.
And the exclusive and whatnot, and the fact that they're showing so many games. Yes, in my opinion, the worst game they showed off still looked better than some of the other games from some of the other companies was Assassin's Creed. The new one.
Oh, I'm so
It was just-
over Assassin's
So
done
Creed.
here's
with
my problem
I'm
with
done with
Assassin's
the
Creed.
storyline.
Is it the $800 collector's edition that you have a problem with?
No, well, that too. My
It's only
biggest
$800, Gavin.
I'm sorry, I don't live in my mother's basement.
no, my
Stereotyping there, I go, but shoot, honestly,
You
we are
live in your-
adults. We have adulting bills. We can't just drop $800 for a collector's game because we have lives.
No, my biggest problem with the Assassin's Creed game is, what's the first word in the Assassin's Creed title? Assassin. The first rule in Assassin's Creed, in the tutorial, is you do not be seen. Why does my character have a sword and shield?
Because
Why
he
is
has a bird that does it for him.
it's not
Sight beyond sight. Whee! You got Thundercats.
Yeah, and my problem with it is it's
Try
not
to
as
make
Why?
Thundercats noise.
Why do you want to wear white during that nighttime?
In the desert?
Yeah.
Everything.
And
It
it's
makes no
dirty.
sense.
and that's what I'm saying. It feels like the Resident Evil
Go
6.
your environment.
It feels like
That
the Resident
finished.
Evil 6 of Assassin's Creed games. Like where they forgot that it's an Assassin's Creed
They
game.
need to just start with a new property.
They do.
Like,
The fact that they killed their main character off in the fourth or fifth game.
I didn't even get that far.
Yeah.
I
I
got
love
halfway
1
through
and
the
2.
first, I'm like,
You-
I'm done.
You got that far?
I played 1 and 2 because 2 you played in Renaissance and you got to like use
I
like
played a little bit
stuff
of
invented
the
by
second
later
one, so
Adventure.
Yeah.
So I mean that was cool, and I think
Not even, did the movie come out? Did it just come and go?
yes, it came
Wait,
and
there was a
it got
movie?
a Rotten Tomatoes score of 13.
How bad was that movie?
Rotten Tomatoes score of 13.
I'm not going off Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going off. Did you watch the movie?
No, because I was on a Rotten Tomatoes score of 13.
We should force
I don't-
ourselves to watch this movie.
I don't
No.
listen to any other critiques. I just go and see it to judge it. But yeah, if it.
Well, I
13
mean,
for
it's
Rotten
also a
Tomatoes-
video game movie, so what we're expecting.
Yeah.
So, but the fact that that was like their worst trailer, and that everything else besides that, all those wonderful trailers they showed, it shows how great it was. But then Ubisoft also had Evil Within 2,
Yes. Which,
and that
now I
actually
wanna
looked
play
like
the
a
first
horror
one.
game.
Because this one did look pretty scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. All those, that's why I think they won. Because even though like Nintendo was talking about stuff that come out next year, they didn't show. They said they're going to show.
Yeah.
Ubisoft went like, we're going to show you. You were at a press conference where we have TV screens the size of small people's houses. We're going to
It's
show
the
you
size
the
of
product.
small people's houses. Like, what is a small person? Are you trying to?
No, small houses.
Oh.
Small house.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh dear.
But
Phrasing.
it's the size of people's houses, and it's like you're at a media, as you said, that is about show.
Well, it's also about
Nintendo
innovation.
had the creator of Game Freak go, yeah, we're working on a Nintendo game. We're working on a Pokemon RPG. We'll show you later.
Yes. That's
Well,
all they needed to say.
That's
No.
all they needed to say though. during the
No,
whole
you're in a
entire
video
conference.
game. You're in a video game
That
conference.
is
Video
all
game.
You needed.
That's like a
to
prequel.
say.
Like, oh, it's gonna be great.
No,
It
you
takes
know what a
people like
prequel-
on the edge of their.
Anyways, let's move on to the PC side. Or what
PC
else do you want to get to?
EA.
EA. Okay. The only thing EA had that I cared about was Battlefront 2.
Yep, Battlefront.
And you know why?
Why?
Because if you watch, Camino has returned.
But no. Here's
My
the
favorite level, Camino. And let's not forget, I can now play Battlefront 1 and 2 on my Xbox because they'll be backwards compatible soon.
Also, free DLC,
Mm-hmm.
free thing, events based off of timed events that they're going to have. including like the first one's going to be based off of the next movie, and you're going to actually have Finn versus Phasma.
Really?
Yes.
They're doing all sorts of amazing things. They're like, okay, we kind of jacked up the last one.
So
We're gonna fix that.
All the DLC, all the heroes are free.
And
sweet.
it's all eras. I was mad they left off the prequels because Camino was my favorite level. That bridge alone. And so I was watching the trailer. I was like, and then you see the clone troopers on a rainy planet at the top of a Camino. I was like, Camino! I was done.
And the fact that also the heroes are going to be easily unlocked. They said it's not going to be super hard. We're like,
Yeah, I've only
you
come
need like a
across
92 kill streak to get
one hero in my entire time playing the other one. I got to play the Emperor, and he kind of spun around and killed Han Solo. That was about it.
I've only gotten to play Vader, and that was it.
And I think also the fact that they said they recognized all the problems they had with the first one. They listened to everyone's complaints, just like you said with Nintendo, and they listened. EA actually looked like they listened. The fact that this was also where BioWare showed off, because they were BioWare. So this is where we got the Anthem, and that's where they showed off that trailer. The fact that EA showed so much stuff. The fact that even my wife said, I want to play the next Madden game because the Madden...
There's an RPG element.
There's an RPG element. There's
Well, you
actually-
take quarterbacks into the dungeon to fight the evil corporate overlord?
Well, it's in this case, it's you play the story of a football player that you make from the first 2 years of college. Then he gets drafted and you go into becoming a pro.
This would be funny if you like choose your adventure. If you don't make the right choices, you scrub out at the end of college. Game over. 30 minutes.
Yeah, sorry, man. Did Sensei notice you? Did Senpai notice you?
Senpai made me notice me. Oh my god, a Japanese football RPG game I would buy that.
Oh my god.
The little glitter
Then-
eyes. Oh.
And then there's just so
Sounds
much.
like a good anime right there.
EA did good, and
They did.
And the
Yeah,
fact
did
that,
good, EA.
and well, because last year,
Don't mess it up.
well, also they showed off the next Battlefield game, not Battlefront, but Battlefield. The fact that it's World War II and it looks like they're going back to the roots, and they showed off
I'm
the big
done.
20 player.
Start brand new properties already.
That's true. But I mean, if you're stuck with it, at least they're going back and doing something well. And they're
I'm-
and again,
let's
I'm
promote
just
more
ex-
creativity, which I think Ubisoft is so well because
oh,
they had new things, they had old things, they just brought it out all over. Xbox did the same thing, new things, old things, brought it all over.
you know, we forgot to mention one game that you and I think you had the honor of playing, Tunic. This game was at Fantastic Arcade.
No, I didn't do any of those. That was
Okay.
y'all's. That was y'all's.
So I went to Fantastic Arcade
Mhm.
3 years ago, and at Fantastic Arcade they had a game called Tunic, made by one guy. They're releasing it on all the systems, and it's best way to describe it is Legend of Zelda as a fox meets Dark Souls. It's
Ooh.
wonderful.
Oh, I don't even talk about Dark Souls.
Speaking of Dark Souls, thank you.
Speaking of Dark Souls, here comes another one.
Code
Code Vein or whatever.
Vein.
Yeah.
Anime version of Dark Souls, but like, oh my god, the fact that big ass weapons and stuff, and it's
And a
great.
claw hand. You seem to have a
Claw
thing
hand.
for claw hands.
Dark Souls is fun, but it brings out the anger in people because that game is so difficult.
It
You have
is.
to be so strategic to it. It's
That's the point of the game, Jeffrey.
I know, but it's so annoying.
I did have
Oh.
to teach you to play Xbox games. So.
I have
Well,
to point out
Plants
that
vs Zombies and how to join a group. I already knew how to play Xbox games. I just
Yeah,
didn't know how to join a
multiplayer
party.
MMOs, so an actual game is a lot of
Yeah.
fun to play.
Jeffrey, get good.
Get good.
Get good.
This is my
Get
life.
good.
This is my
So,
life on Fanboy TV.
And
Fan
then
service.
my worst,
Welcome to
the
Fanboy
worst.
TV Block Party.
the worst. We said Sony was bad. I said Sony was the second worst. The first worst. The one I was so looking forward to.
Choose your words wisely.
Bethesda.
Well, they didn't have anything to bring outside of
They
virtual
didn't!
reality.
Yeah.
It was VR, card expansion to their card game that no one's playing.
Is that
Yeah, they're-
Gwent or
what?
no? What's
No,
the card
they
game?
actually have a card game. Think Hearthstone, except for
I'm
yeah.
kind of looking forward to a bunch of their VR stuff.
But
You
why?
don't have a PlayStation.
True.
And the other thing is, it's VR stuff.
My brother
for
does.
Fallout. It's Skyrim.
Because they only have a couple properties. They haven't expanded because they
Oh,
been
and Doom.
hand over fist over these properties.
It's not even that. It's they could have done better.
They could have started something new, yeah.
But
But what are they gonna do now? It's another Fallout game because Fallout 4 is still going strong. They announced another Doom. Doom just came out.
But they also are willing, with like example with Doom, they're willing to pick up older titles. They showed off. They showed off.
They could just announce, you not get Skyrim on your mobile phone because they seem to be repackaging and reselling
Yeah,
that
that's-
game
and that's
on
the other
every possible thing.
And the other
Possible
thing is
thing.
they showed off Wolfenstein 2, which
Wolfenstein,
Wolfenstein.
Wolfenstein.
which actually looks kind of interesting.
It looks
I
kind of
like it.
interesting, but
It's
the
good.
problem is that I played the first one and there's some weird.
Do you know what we're talking about?
Yes, I used to play it.
Because you're using your default words of yeah, uh-huh. They think I don't
Yes,
know
I
their
did play
trigger
the first
words when
one.
they're not paying
No, the
attention.
newest one, for the one where you have sex in a closet at one point.
I
Okay,
did
no,
not play
He likes
that
having
one.
sex in the closet.
What?
In his backseat. And
Yeah.
alleyways behind dumpsters.
Yeah, that's why she's pregnant in the second one. Barely.
You can catch me around the Jules on the corner of 4th and Lavaca.
Don't put her in this with you.
And
there were
then,
mysteries by yourself.
the other thing they announced was DLC to Dishonored 2. Which
Yeah,
is,
so they
And
didn't do anything. But
they-
it
they-
says they can't really do anything.
I think they can. I think either this is an off year for them, or they're so banking on their titles just to get them through
They're
it.
banking on the titles just to get them through it at this
And
point.
I think if they go back and do what they're good at, which is maybe go get some
releasing
old,
buggy games and then patching them over time.
that serves an art form and we love it.
It's gonna be a patch every week.
But I think if they like Doom was pretty solid. There was no real bugs there. But I'm talking about like if they just go back and get some of the titles. So that's what they should do. They should go to good old games, find some titles they haven't, people haven't played with, and go back and do them because that's what they're really really good at.
No one's played Skyrim in 5 minutes. Let's repackage that.
I have to go play Deus Ex. I'm sorry. But I think
Kill
that was
everyone in
that was
Skyrim.
that was my biggest number one. Worse was because they didn't bring anything. They didn't bring anything at all, and that's what pisses me off because they're such a good company. Anything at all would have been better than what they brought.
They didn't bring anything at all.
They
but
didn't.
They just brought anything. That's the problem.
It felt like it didn't even feel like they were bringing stuff for San Diego Comic Con.
Well, they are pushing the whole VR future of gaming, which is catching on, not catching on. I'm not really sure where it's at yet.
There's a game. There's an Archangel. It's a VR game coming out. I think it's for all of them. Oculus.
Yeah.
And they are doing. That is the other than Moss for the PlayStation. That is the only other VR game I'm looking forward to. It's because you play a pilot of a giant mecha, and the VR is you sitting in the mecha pilot seat, like they did with what was that one for the Xbox?
MechWarrior, that one with the giant controller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's what you do with VR. It's like how do you break the immersion? Simple. You tell someone you're in a cockpit. That's why you can't feel anything.
Well, the other thing is when South by Southwest, there's a whole slew of films that were virtual reality films with filmed in 360. Why isn't this catching on more? I don't quite understand yet, but they're still pushing it. I would really like for it to work, but
So a lot of people put in a lot of money into it.
the other thing is Microsoft's working on the HoloLens, and that's going to change a whole other set of things. So, what's going to end up working, the HoloLens technology or the virtual reality technology?
I'm gonna go HoloLens. The reasoning is if with VR, the biggest Achilles heel with VR is that if you don't have the glasses adjusted perfectly, and you have to spend a lot of effort, you're going to get your inner ear is going to get messed with. You're going to get sick, and no one's going to. You're going to play.
That is a huge difficulty in VR. Is that you
Okay.
always are constantly trying to
Yeah.
focus it because
If
it
you don't,
is
you're
so
sick.
off. It's like, come on, just give us one
With the
resolution.
HoloLens, it projects it to the surface, so it makes it look like it's there. That's going to work a lot better because you're not adjusting anything. You're putting something at a distance versus putting something into you.
And I also think with virtual reality, it works if you're doing like the Void and you're actually walking around. But if you're sitting on your couch just going like this with the controller, the experience isn't going to be nearly the same as actually getting up that little like either in a place like the Void or the one where it's got like the upside down Tupperware lid and you're like whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Or the one that's the ball bearings, and as you walk, you just
Yeah,
go
that
slowly-
type of thing.
Yeah,
But
I think
no one has space in their houses for that.
yeah,
Or
and
the money
that's-
to buy it.
right, and that's why right now I think the best VR game was Moss because again you're controlling something to control a mouse, so you're not moving. Makes sense. And with Archangel, you could be sitting in a chair because it makes sense because you're piloting a giant robot. So you sitting down makes total sense.
And if you wanted to be real lazy, you could just use the Joy-Cons and just sit there like this because you can literally just play a game like this.
Right.
That's how lazy you could be with the Nintendo Switch.
And I think with all that, that's why I say Bethesda was the worst because even with their VR stuff, it didn't feel like I was watching something in VR. The fact that like you don't even see your arm when you pull up the
Oh, yeah, I
headboard.
thought it was just the floating gun. I was like, really? They couldn't give the
Like
Space
an
Marine an
arm.
arm? Like,
You
for
can't
real?
you can't you do
Or a
character-
shadow?
Like you have character creation in all those games. Why can't I see the color of the hand of the person I've made? I mean, if you're playing a white guy, you're playing a white guy. You're playing a white chick, black chick, whatever. You should be able to see the hand of that. It's not that hard.
So, yeah, E3 was quite a bit of fun. I thought it was quite hilarious how many foo bars there were of people doing live TV, because we do this every week for multiple hours,
Yeah.
and we've got our foo bar sound, but these people who are supposed to be professionals at doing this
They're not.
will switch over, no video will be playing, or they'll just be staring at the camera going, are we on camera? Are we on camera? Are we on? Yay, we're on. Like, some of the most, I watched an interview that these two blonde bimbos from Xbox did with the developer of Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, they walked pretty much right off the street. Like, they were street walking hoes. And they were like,
We
oh
don't
my
believe
God,
that.
so like...
Oh, no.
So the guy
He
said,
does.
this game comes out
We're
July
not for that.
21st.
We respect
So,
them.
like, what time does this game come out? I'm like, pay attention, people. If you're going to be on camera or host something, pay attention. Half these people weren't paying attention to any of these
Yeah.
journalists.
I think also the problem.
Hey, we're your new team.
Yeah, guys, I'm just saying. I think, and you can also see the difference if you watched IGN and GameStop, because those guys are reporters who are there.
Well,
for
I watched IGN. They had a lot of mistakes in IGN. That's where I noticed the most mistakes.
Well, no, but I was talking about when they're doing interviews. At least that was some of the guys that are doing the interviews with the people back and forth.
Yeah, but they're still asking the same questions. Like, our philosophy is we don't ask the same questions. That's how our interviews get to be so
Exactly.
good. They're asking the same questions everybody's asking all day long.
And
Right.
don't ask always the same questions. Like, just kind of talk with
We're
them.
not
and just be
educated,
like, hey.
but that's you have conversations.
Yeah.
They weren't doing that. They were like,
No.
okay, well, how many frames per second does this go? No one really actually cares at the end of the day. As long as the game looks really good, we're fine.
And besides, we know that
PCs matter about that kind of stuff.
right.
But
But
it's
the
like-
PC guys, is an example. When what was that game with the hacker?
Hacker Man from
No.
Kung Fury,
No,
which is awesome, by the way.
But the fact that like you can't lie.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs. That's right.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Watch Dogs is an example. But they're like, oh, it's gonna be 60 frames per second, and they release the game, and it turns out to 30,
Yeah.
and then like you have to. It doesn't matter what you tell us the frame rate is gonna be. If it's not, we're going to fix it.
We're gonna know.
Yeah.
And they ask these that like, when's it coming out? How's DLC? Like, they don't really go into the stories of the games, and it's such a like we've been at many places getting into this. Like, we created the bacon game with the people who did those creepy.
Bahamut.
But hey, like we said, well, let's create a game with bacon. So we had a whole bunch of fun.
We made a game about we made a game with the guys who made a game. We made a game about a mouse who's being tortured.
Yeah,
It
like
was-
just coming
it
up
was
with fun
weird.
covers. These people don't get to the heart of it, and I think that's a big wasted opportunity, especially at events like this where they told you everything on stage you need to know about this game. Let's go further. Like, with the inspirations behind it, what can compare, like character customization, like how deep is it going to go, you know, like how long is this game going to end up being, and what's like how like the longevity or the online playability, or there's that weird one that they premiered, I guess, at Xbox. It's like an esport, but no one really knew what it was.
Fanboy TV interviewing 101.
Oh, I know.
that-
Right here,
that-
folks.
What game is that? Because no one had any idea what that was, and
No.
there's no follow-up to what it was.
Darwin camp, Darwin Sport or something like that.
Because I was hoping it was like a sequel to Saturday.
It's not.
Because that game was. They did do more of that, but no, it's this weird game that no one explained anything about. But nobody asked any questions about it.
Right.
So how are you gonna have media people go there and be like, okay, we're taking everything? No, go deeper. Like, that game looked like a bit, but no idea what it was.
You know, like if I was an example of one of the questions I would ask the EA guys about Battle, if I had to talk about Battlefront, you know, one of the questions I'd ask is, did you get the original actors to come reprise their roles?
Half of them are dead, or they're
Yeah.
not gonna touch it.
Well,
Jake Lloyd is not coming back to be Baby Anakin because that dude's like in jail and he's a crackhead.
I don't think he's in jail anymore.
No, he is mean. Like, we've met him. He is mean.
But
Wow.
I think, but I mean, well, some of the other actors like Mark Hamill and all the current crew for the new trilogy.
Yeah, I can see that.
But well, some of the other older ones, you're not. There's no way you're getting Harrison Ford to do anything for that.
You know, apparently he's dead in the series anyway. So.
Right. Well, also he refused to touch anything Star Wars.
So that's it for this episode of Fanservice, where we just
Are we
geeked
done?
out
That was
over
an hour?
E3. It was an hour.
Oh, it was a little
Pocky and I
hour.
arguing an awful
Do
lot.
you have time for one last thing?
You better make it quick.
What was
you
your,
got 30
what,
seconds.
what was your other than Pokemon? What was your game?
My game would have to be the BioWare one, Anthem.
Anthem. What was your game?
Xbox, the expansion of Sticks.
Loser. Oh, Xbox.
I mentioned Xbox. Give me that.
So other than Anthem for me, because that was good, also was Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah,
I mean that was
good, nice.
that was come on. And
All right.
And Sonic Mania.
So we have 2 weeks left of Video Game Month. Next week we're going to be talking about the gamer community and the strength of it. We're going to see a 10 things list. I'm going to take it over because I'm a Pokemon junkie. I'm not even going to lie.
And I will judge the.
We're doing Geek versus Geek.
Yep.
I
No,
did
I
I
do
win?
it. Oh, you won.
I won. I
Let's
get to
play.
judge. But I don't know what we're going to do yet. We're going to have a lot. Sean, don't even be trying to fun about being a Pokemon. You know Pokemon Geekdom just as well as I do. And so up next is Ladies of Fandom. I think they're doing Zelda. Are they talking about?
They're talking about
Yeah.
females. They're talking about female betrayal.
Female
and
Betrayal.
Oh, and don't forget our Fanboy TV website is
It's
now
up.
live.
Woo! Yeah.
www.fanboytv.com. It is live.
Put it through its paces because it was a behemoth just to get rid of. So we're done. We are out of here. Everyone say bye. We'll see you guys
Bye,
next
everybody.
week.
Bye. See you
Harley,
next
take
week.
care. We'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.